Welcome back to War of the Lesbian Zombies. In the last episode, expelled Senator James Hoffman went on national TV to expose the lesbian zombies. Big mistake. And the Cuban Mafia attempted to kidnap two of the girls. Painful mistake. Seems Jorge has a mean streak equal to the lesbian zombies.
Brenda had just gotten showered and dressed for dinner out when Chloe and Lily got home. How was the funeral? The Cuban Mafia tried to kidnap me and Lily. Jorge shot one of them. We think Hoffman hired them. That damn Hoffman is pushing his luck. Where's Jorge now? He went home to clean up. You two do the same. We're going out for dinner tonight. All right, race you to the shower, Lily. And they were off. Brenda called the other sisters to gather in the sitting room. They were dressed to the nines. Girls, we're facing a serious threat to the sisterhood. The Cuban Mafia, no less. If Hoffman's behind this, he's going to regret starting a war with us. Last I heard, he was in jail for pulling a gun on the Threes show. He's got some serious connections, that's for sure. Let's hope Jorge put the fear of the devil in them. Okay, let's talk about the Black Friday party. What can I do to help? You'll wander around the party and entertain the men as you see fit. What about Betsy and Caroline? It's not a party for kids. They'll be on a sleepover with Maggie and Zoe. Lily and Chloe strutted in, all decked out for a night on the town. What did we miss? Are we going to kill Hoffman? We didn't vote yet. We're not going to vote. Besides, I have news about Monica. She's back from Haiti. Alphonse is picking her up at the airport. She killed baby Doc already? Seems she had a change of heart with a little help from Loa and Maya. Divine intervention, huh? We'll see how long it lasts. Where are we going for dinner? I've made reservations at a new seafood restaurant in Montauk. Jorge will drive us in the limo. He should be here pretty soon. Melinda, get the door, please. We'll get it, Betsy sang out from the top of the stairs. Come on, Caroline. They raced each other to the door. Don't those two ever walk anywhere? The words were hardly out of her mouth when the girls walked back in, followed by Police Chief Dan Baker. He had bad news on his mind. Girls, go back upstairs and play. Aw, we never get to hear nothing. No lip, young lady. They walked slowly up the stairs in childish protest. Chief, what's going on? One of our patrol officers found a limo in a ditch. Your limo, Jackie. It must have broke down. Judging from the skid marks, it had been run off the road. Oh no. There were bullet holes in the doors and fenders, and the windows had been shot out. Good thing I've got full coverage insurance. Jackie, there was blood on the driver's seat. Tell me it's not Jorge's. Is he all right? We don't know yet. He's missing. Missing? He or his body was removed from the scene. Shell casings inside the car tell me he fought back, and judging from a pool of blood on the ground about 20 feet away, we believe he killed one of his attackers. There were drag marks in the blood. Ballistics indicate 3 shooters using military assault weapon. We've got to find Jorge. Did he have any enemies who would attack him like this? I bet it was those guys at the funeral. Cuban Mafia, we think. Jorge shot one in the knee. Baker didn't look happy with the direction this conversation had taken. A shooting at the cemetery? Did you file a report? We just got the hell out of there. Could be related. This looks like a professional job. We called in the FBI. I'll keep you updated as the investigation progresses. I hope you learn something soon. The only thing I know for sure, you need a new limo. I'll show myself out. Jackie paced the floor. Sisters, there's something you need to know about Jorge. He's from Colombia, worked for the cartel, a tough bunch, so he's no pushover. If he's alive, and the Cuban Mafia has him, they've just bought themselves a ton of trouble. Let's hope we get a ransom call. Then we'll know who to kill. Colonel Wesley Miller was looking for trouble, too. He drove his rental car to the main gate at Fort Huachuca. There was no one on guard, so he drove around a barricade and onto the abandoned base. He idled the car past dilapidated barracks and outbuildings. A rusted water tower overlooked the blight left by the Army's neglect. This can't possibly be where those 6 Rangers are stationed. He'd gotten wind of their temporary orders. Driving through the ruins, he came to a building with a deuce and a half parked out front. It looked out of place. Well, what do we have here? He turned into a parking lot choked with tumbleweeds and stalked to the front door, which wasn't locked, so he stepped inside. Big mistake. 4 heavily armed Rangers confronted him in the lobby. Their fatigues showed no indication of unit or rank. "Easy, boys. I'm Colonel Wesley Miller from the Pentagon. I demand to know what's going on here." The Rangers remained mute. Another soldier walked in, and the Rangers made way as he approached the colonel. "I'm afraid you'll have to leave the area immediately, sir. You see these eagles? I bet I outrank all of you, so I give the orders. What's going on at this installation?" "I'm not at liberty to say, sir. My men will show you out." "I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what you're doing here." "Mac, show him the road." "I'll call in the military police and order your asses arrested. Then you'll talk, goddammit." "Sir, with all due respect, you don't have the need to know. You don't have the proper security clearance, and you can't order me to reveal top-secret information." "That's malarkey, soldier." "You want me to call General Lawrence Taylor at headquarters? Let him tell you it's not malarkey?" Well, that's not necessary. But I think you boys got something to do with Foxtrot Zero. Tell me I'm wrong." "Mac, show the colonel back to his car and make sure he gets safely off the base." "It will be my pleasure, sir." He set his hand on his holstered sidearm. "You first, Colonel." As Mac backed him toward the door, Miller pressed the issue. "Deny it. Go ahead, soldier. Foxtrot Zero, right?" "Goodbye, Colonel." Minutes later, and driving away from Fort Huachuca at a high rate of speed, Wes realized he'd made a mistake coming here. If word of this got back to Lawrence, I'll be screwed, and I still won't know what Foxtrot Zero is all about. Somewhere far enough from the city center that traffic noise was minimal, Jorge regained consciousness. His left leg had bled from a gunshot wound, and his face felt like it had been used for a punching bag. He remembered 2 tough guys taking turns with their fists. Where the hell am I? He looked around a dingy motel room, naked mattress, 60s wood paneling, the rickety chair he was tied to, and the stout goon standing guard. It all came back in a fog. He remembered being run off the road, automatic weapons fire, glass shattering, and a hail of bullets. He pulled his gun and drilled one of the shooters standing in front of the limo. That idiot must be dead, and these clowns have no idea what a hellish mistake they've made. Good, you're awake. Maybe you talk now. Bite me. Then you're going to suffer more unless you tell me about those lesbian zombies. Shouldn't you be home licking your boyfriend's popsicle? You got a big mouth for a guy that will soon be dead. Do yourself a favor, Jack. Luis, look good at the last Luis you will see on this earth. Cut me loose, Luis, and I may forget your foolishness. Luis slammed a fist into Jorge's jaw. Is that all you got? Some high-up people want to talk to you. They will be here very soon. I suggest you tell me what I want to know. They will not be so gentle. I'm peeing myself, can't you tell? Jorge could escape at any time. However, he was interested in Luis's boss, Hoffman, if he had to guess. You want to know about zombies? You're going to meet a real one very soon. Luis produced a wire cutter with jaws big enough to cut through cable. Maybe a few missing fingers will convince you to talk. Let's just wait for your friends. I think I will start with your trigger finger, the one you used to kill my friend last night. We buried him out back to keep away the smell. Hey, that's good news. One less maggot in the world. Louise approached with the cutters. Jorge snapped the rope around his wrists and grabbed Luis by the throat. Surprise! He squeezed tighter and tighter. I have the strength of 10 men, you fool, but I'm not nearly as powerful as a lesbian zombie. Luis kicked his feet, dropped the cutters, and tried to pull Jorge's death grip from his throat. Let's just hang out here and wait for your friends. Luis quit kicking. Jorge let him go, and he fell in a heap on the floor. Car doors closed out front. Jorge frisked the comatose goon and came up with his gun. The doorknob rattled. He ducked behind the door. When it opened, he let 3 men walk in before he grabbed the last guy, a goon with dreadlocks, and now with a gun to his head. Hello, gentlemen. He kicked the door closed. One thug wore a 3-piece suit and a felt hat. The other wore a wife-beater and jeans. They all looked shocked to high heaven. It's time we had us a little talk. He wagged the gun at them. If you've got one of these, drop it on the floor. No funny stuff. Or this guy goes back to Mexico in a pine box. Cuba, you don't know who you are messing with. Guns hit the floor. Then wife-beater noticed his downed buddy. Luis, you killed Luis. Nah, he's just taking a nap. Tell me why you're interested in my girls. Your girls? Hell. They're lesbian zombies. What's your beef with them? They got our golden goose kicked out of the Senate. Hoffman? See, we had him in our pocket till the lesbian zombies did a number on him. You believe everything you hear on TV? We take it very personally. Trust me, you don't want to tangle with those girls. Buy yourself another senator. You'll live longer. Now get out of here. He opened the door. Before I change my mind. Wife-beater shouldered Luis and stepped outside. Dreadlocks followed. Felt Hat remained defiant. These lesbian zombies are not so tough. They are only women. Thinking that will get you killed. The mafia thugs stormed out. The car started and roared off. Jorge collected their drop guns and spotted a flyer on the floor from a very familiar church. Son of a bitch.
Oh no, not the Church of the Risen Jesus. This televangelist ripoff and its irreverent reverends were introduced in Invasion of the Lesbian Zombies. Get ready for a wild ride on the embezzlement train. Coming next in episode 15, get a load of Reverends Leroy and Janice Parker. Colonel Miller charges into Foxtrot Zero like a bull in a boutique, and Betsy's deadbeat dad enters the story like a fox in the henhouse.